So it's just amazing to me why more people don't try to live out here. It's just open country with such remarkable weather. It's probably like an ownership deal or something. There's people that own this land and they enforce their ownership. I'm not sure, but people definitely are staying away from this area. I mean, homeless people and all bums and whatever the nomads, they choose certain areas, not always for the perfect reasons. I was at the museum and I was reading about a couple of nomads that got into a big fight, and one guy killed the other guy over like cow pasture rights. But yeah, it must not be this way. I was thinking maybe it's this way, but I think it was over like property rights for grazing. And there's no cows out here. You could chop the trees down and bring the cows out. The cows would have a lot of good pasture lands to graze on, but it's not happening because yeah, the area is designated for maybe the forestry industry or something. This is the garden. It's a tree garden. It's a tree farm. I wonder what the minimum is to be considered a tree farm. It's like 20 cows for milking, 50 beehives for bees, for beekeeping. What if you wanted to do another type of farming? What's the minimum? There's different ways of farming. Okay, mining is not farming, but you're collecting stuff. Oil, yeah, getting oil, collecting things to sell. That's to get the tax benefits, you need a minimum. And there's all kinds of different ways to farm. There's mushroom farmers and whatever people are willing to pay money for. Turkey farmers, just to reach that minimum for at least the tax benefits. But even, whatever tax benefits you get to write off the expenses, if you're just reaching the minimum, it's probably not really enough. It's probably very negligible anyway. I'm not sure though, but there is the point. Like, you could be a farmer and some unusual things. But yeah, they figure like what the average person is profiting, how the average person is profiting, and how you farm. Maybe if some type of farming has really become strange, then it'd lower the standards or something. Okay, very curvy, it was damaged back there at least. Leaf decay dots the road, various points. For Oregon, it seems a little unusual. Yeah, there are some trees that don't bother losing their leaves. It's not necessary in this type of weather. Just grow a hardy leaf. I mean, yeah, the ferns stay green in the winter time. Although they do regress a little bit, because there are, I've noticed spring shoots in the spring. I mean, they gotta regrow every so often because of decay. Whoa. Yeah, it's very nice and green. I like the cloudiness. It's not great for my camera, picking up the vents on my car, but it's at least a nice view. See, I wouldn't pick up the vents in my car if I was using my iPod. It would be in a higher spot. Okay, I'm dropping in elevation a little bit. There's a nice turnout and maybe a trail. Some kind of a trail, maybe a logging trail. Not many, maybe for hunters. Oh, that's a big one. $20 on this turn. I'm going 25. Wow, really? Another beer can. You see them beer cans along the road. They don't crush the beer cans because it's Oregon. People have fun crushing cans in other states, but in Oregon they're a little more mindful. Still dropping, riding the brake. Such a long distance. Out to Agness. Whoa, bump too, huh? It's hard to see. Oh, there it is. That's significant! Wow, that's significant. Yeah, that one they actually have a sign for. That's a cliff. That's a road cliff. Gotta be getting close. So nice to see such dense vegetation. You couldn't travel very fast across this land without a trail system. Not like in the Midwest. Dense. Oh no. Oh man, there's another one. I can get onto the opposite lane to avoid it. It's a little dangerous itself. Really got to pay attention for the road work. There's some kind of a sign. This or this. I don't understand what they're saying there. They like show the difference between brown and green. But you'd have to stop and read it. Wow, it's quite a peak. You can see up. Oh man, you can't see it on the camera at all. It's shining it right into the sun, I guess. Which the sun is starting to come out. Wow, wonderful. Looks like the sun might come out by the afternoon. There's a lot of mist on the top of the trees. Looks like I got dotted. My windshield got dotted with something. Doesn't quite look like it's water vapor. I'm afraid to turn on the windshield wipers and find out. It looks like it's sand or something. But that'd be strange. Maybe my windshield is all damaged. It's more damaged than I thought. Dropping. Really dropping here. Wow. Yeah, by 5 o'clock, when the library closes, I'd like to try cooking, but I'm afraid it might be too dark. So, but I don't want to cook in the library parking lot. I'm not too enthused about doing that. Could cook right there in that big turnout. I was considering cooking the turnout, but I'd really like to get to my destination too. Let's take a destination first, cook second. The temperature seemed to have just dropped around here. I feel like a couple degrees colder. It's like a pool of cold. Mile 26. Just continue, a little sandy there at that point. Sun has faded away. Sharp right, 20 miles an hour up ahead. Falling rock? Alright, so I guess I'm taking a sharp right around some falling rock area. Slow. They're doing some work. Falling rock. Doing some work on the left side with some rock. Oh, I see. Oh my God, they had a major landslide and they had to clear a ton of rock, maybe over a ton of rock off the road. So that would be a roadblock. Landslide on the left for sure. Wow, that gave way maybe after the last rain, because it looks like it's kind of recent. It looks like there's more human activity picking up around here. Big green fence on the left, you know, out in the middle of nowhere like this, to have a need for such privacy. And then it says it's protected by a camera 24 hours a day. They got some serious stuff going on over there. I'd like to take a peek over that fence. Okay, so here's the first bridge. So the Agness library is like on the left, but I gotta drive like 3 miles out, loop around, and then come back to the library. At least that's what the map says, but the map could be wrong. The map has definitely been wrong in the past. Wow, this is some pasture lands. Old Agness store, historic old town.